Hello again, Tabletop Warriors, and welcome back to the Plague Den. Today is going to be a battle report between the Death Guard and the Necrons. They will be fighting for the resources left in this abandoned Imperium base. Apparently, the rumor is it has Blackstone in it, and we are going to be playing no mercy. So no cards, no objectives, just one victory point for each unit killed, as well as Slay the Warlord, Linebreaker, and First Blood. We have chosen sides. It'll be Hammer and Anvil detachment. The Necrons will start on this side, and the Death Guard will start on that side, and we'll be right back with the armies. And here are the Death Guard. Today I'm playing a battalion and a Outrider detachment. So we'll start with the battalion. The Warlord is the Demon Prince. He has the Fugari's Helm and the Arc Contaminator for his traits and relics. I also have brought along Typhus, and the HQ for the Outrider detachment is going to be a Lord of Contagion. My troops, I have 15 Poxwalkers. I have 2 units of Plague Marines, each with 3 Meltaguns. There's 1, and there's 2. As the last battle report, I do have the 1 proxy Meltagun right there, if you can see him. And then the rest of the Outrider attachment is the 3 blow drones you see there in the back. And heavy support for the battalion is the Plague Burst Crawler. I have 9 command points, and we'll be right back with the Necrons.
Okay, this is the Necron force. I have an Outrider detachment and a Spearhead detachment. First, on the Outrider detachment, I have 5 Wraiths. They're just basic Vicious Claws. I have the Cryptek as my HQ. He has the Canoptic Cloak, which allows him to move 10 inches. I have 1 unit of 4 Destroyers and 1 unit of 5 Destroyers. In my Spearhead, I have a proxied model. I apologize for that. My other Cryptek model, it was put together but not painted. And this is my Cryptek. He is the leader for the Spearhead detachment. He is proxied model. It's not an Overlord. It's Cryptek. My Cryptek was not painted. And then in the Spearhead detachment, I have a Transcendent Satan Shard, and he has the power that allows him to fire 2 Satan powers in a turn in the shooting phase. And then I have 2 Doomsday Arcs. And to round out my list, I have a Satan Shard of the Nightbringer. And that gives me 5 command points.
And we are playing 1,500 points. I actually have them beat. I think I'm at 1514, and you're at
1506.
1506. So, take that for what it's worth. We'll be right back. All right, so we're set up. The Necroner over here. He's got his, what are these things called again?
Doomsday Arcs.
Doomsday Arcs here in the back, ready to just crush my soul with strength 10 shots. And then most of his army is all flyers, so he kind of gathered them around there. The Death Guard over here, hiding, which they're doing best right now. We did roll to see who was going to go first. He got the +1. He rolled higher, so he's going to go first. I am going to attempt to steal, and we wanted to do that on camera. So here it goes. And I have a 1. So there will be no stealing. We will be right back with Necrons turn 1. Okay, movement phase for the Necrons. He's basically just moved everything up. The Wraiths have moved up. Are they Destroyers?
Yes.
Moved up. The Arcs stayed where they were at. And his characters moved up. So he does not have a psychic phase, so we'll be right back with Necron shooting turn 1.
The Transcendent Satan Shard, he has the splinter personality of the Star God, which means he can do 2 Satans, so I'm rolling for 2 powers for him. Okay? They're on a D6, and so his powers are re-rolling any duplicate. So he's going to have 2 and 3, which is Time's Arrow and Sky of Falling Stars. Okay. And then the Satan Shard of the Nightbringer, he is going to have 1, which is Antimatter Meteor.
Antimatter Meteor, and we'll talk about those as they come up. So we're going to move over to the table, and he's going to do his shooting phase for the Necron. He's pretty much decided what he's going to shoot, and we'll start with whatever you want. We're going to start with that guy over there.
Yeah, I'll start over here with the Doomsday Arc.
And he's going to be shooting my poor Plague Marines that I didn't hide very well behind this container over here. So
he gets D6 shots because his Gauze Flare arrays are not in range, but he does get, with his Doomsday Cannon, I get 6 shots.
Well, of course, 6 shots.
And that is Strength 10, and that is...
Toughness 5. You were hitting...
hitting on 3s, and then since he did not move, because they're Nilek Dynasty, they get to reroll 1s. And then it is Strength 10 on Toughness 5, you said? 2? So rolling on 2. So 6 shots on 3s, rerolling 1s.
So 4 so far.
5 hits.
5 hits.
And then wounding on 2s.
All 5.
And those are -5.
And how many damage each?
D6.
Okay, so -5 is no save. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll your... I think the unit's probably just dead. I don't know if I want to roll all those. So you rolled... So at least 3 are dead for sure, because I'm not making that many Disgusting Resilience.
So you could try and make...
And I'm going to try to take the... I'm going to try to make the one Disgusting Resilient here.
He did make
and I did make it. And then I'm going to try to make the 2 Disgusting Resilience. And I did not make those. So all but 1 is now toast. And moving on to the next unit is going to be
the other Doomsday.
The other Doomsday Arc.
He's going to fire to soften up the Poxwalkers. I get 1 shot.
That's better than 6.
Okay, so hitting on 3s, that's a hit with a 6, and then wounding on 2s again. That is a hit, so -5.
Okay. Roll your
and
damage.
Roll the damage. 2 damage, so.
So here's 2 Disgustingly Resilience.
Make 1 pass, or fail 1.
Make 1, fail 1. So
1 guy.
1 guy is toast.
Okay. Now we move on to the Satan powers. Okay, the Nightbringer, he had Antimatter Meteor, which is roll a d6. On a 2+, the closest visible enemy unit within 24 inches of the Satan charge suffers d3 mortal wounds. On a 6, it suffers a d6 mortal wounds. So, we're rolling. It's a 4, so that's d3 mortal wounds.
On
the Poxwalkers, because they're the closest enemy unit. So this is a d3, and this is an actual d3, so 3 mortal wounds.
3 mortal wounds. So here's 3 Disgustingly Resilience. And I made 1 and failed 2, so that's 2 more.
Okay. Now the Transcendence Satan Shard, he has 2. He has Time's Arrow and Sky of Falling Stars. I'll start with the Time's Arrow, which pick a visible enemy unit within 18 inches of the Satan Shard.
And that's the pink guy, right?
Yes.
This guy right here.
And so I pick a visible enemy unit. So when I look down here, really, other than character, the only thing I see is the Poxwalker.
The Poxwalker's getting beat up.
Yep. So roll a d6, adding, okay, and if the result exceeds the highest wound characteristics in the unit, 1 model from that unit chosen by the controlling player is slain.
Okay.
So they have 1 wound, so as long as I don't roll a 1, which I did.
And he rolls the 1. All right.
I'm not going to command.
Not command roll point in that one.
No.
All right. What's the next power?
Damage. Okay, Sky of Falling Stars. Pick up to 3 different enemy units that are within 18 inches of the Satan Shard, and roll a d6 for each, subtracting 1 from the result if it's in a Tesseract Vault, which he's not. If the result is less than the number of models in this unit, then it suffers d3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
The modified roll of 6 will always fail.
So I think the Plague Marines are the ones that are within range, right?
This guy, I'm pretty sure that it's going to just be, yep, it's just the Poxwalkers.
Just the Poxwalkers. Sorry, it's not Plague Marines, Poxwalkers.
So I need to roll 1 dice instead of 3.
Okay.
And I have to get less than, the only thing that will
They
fail
started
is a
with
6.
15 and 3 are dead, so you're at 12.
So it's only a 6. Oh, yeah, okay.
So 3 mortal wounds?
So now you take D3 mortal wounds.
D3 mortal wounds.
Yes. Because a 6 would have meant that you...
Gotcha.
You didn't take any damage. So 2 mortal wounds.
2 mortal wounds, so that's 2 disgustingly resilience, and I made 1 and failed 1.
Okay.
All right, is that your shooting phase?
That is my shooting phase.
We'll be right back with Necron's charge phase.
Okay, so at the beginning of my charge phase, I am using my first command point of 5. I'm using adaptive subroutines, which means that my unit of wraiths, which charged, can now, for 1 command point, which advanced in the movement phase, they can now charge.
Gotcha.
An 8-inch. I need an 8-inch.
And that's your only charge, right? Is the
That's
race?
the only charge, yes.
And you're charging the Poxwalkers.
Yep.
So here we go. No Overwatch because Poxwalkers don't have guns.
That's 7. I am going to spend another
He's
command
gonna
point.
point that roll. You
Yes.
get an 11. That's going to be plenty of room to get in on the Poxwalkers. We're going to move them in. Obviously, there's no Overwatch to watch, so we'll be right back. 3, 2, 1. So because he rolled 11 on the charge, you got to do a little charge shenanigans there and kind of wrap this guy around to kind of include me. But he did make sure to stay out of the range of Typhus there, so we'll see how this roll goes. So he's going to get how many attacks?
There are 5 wraiths. Each one has 3 attacks.
So it's 15.
That's 15. They are strength 6. They hit on 3s. They're -2 AP, and they do 2 damage each.
Okay, so I won't get a save, and you're wounded on 3s.
Yes. All right, so here we go with the attacks. The hits. That one's cocked.
Well, I like my odds there. There's some 1s in there. There's some 2s in there. That's not That's not all that great.
That was a lot.
That was a terrible roll.
Yes,
for
it
the
was.
race.
Yes, it was. All right, so now wounding on 3s. And there's some more going on. So 4.
So 4 wounds.
At -2.
So no save because they have
And-
6 up to start with.
And they're 2 damage each.
Okay, so we're just going to do that then. We'll just do it like this. There's 1 dead. There's 1 saved. There's 2 dead. And 1 more alive. So you killed 2. And I will take these 2 dudes. So that was not a very successful assault by the Wraith on the Poxwalkers. And that's your only assault, correct?
That is the only assault.
All right, because he did some shooting damage, I'm down to 9 Poxwalkers at 2 attacks apiece. I'm going to be hitting on 5s and wounding on 5s. So I'll be able to reroll the 1s because they are within range of the Demon Prince. So there was 2 wounds in there. We'll see if those are 5s. And then these are going to be 5s. Looks like 1. 1.
3-up pinball.
1 against the 3-up pinball. Awesome. And he is good with his 3-up pinball. So Poxwalkers are mindless, so there will be no morale check. All right, so the Poxwalkers are mindless. As I said before, they stayed, but that 1 Plague Marine, I did roll a 5, and he killed 4 people, so he ran away. So I just have the 1 unit left. So that is 1 victory point for the Necrons. 2 victory points, counting First Blood after the end of turn 1. So I did lose quite a few Poxwalkers and 1 unit of Plague Marines. And we will be right back with Death Guard turn 1. All right, after the Death Guard movement phase, we did forget to pile in the Poxwalkers, so I piled them in. I moved Typhus up. I moved the Plague Burst Crawler around to here. He really didn't have any better way of getting around. I jumped the Demon Prince up to here to kind of give his Arc Contaminator rule and his reroll rule around to most of my army. I moved my Plague Marines up onto the container. Hopefully I'll get my 3 plasma shots off and then they'll just get spanked. And then all 3 blow drones moved up. 2 of them made it into where I think I can flame them, the destroyers, and then this guy really didn't make it far enough. I rolled bad on the advance move. So we'll be right back with the Death Guard shooting phase. Oh, excuse me, psychic phase. All right, so here we go with Death Guard psychic phase. Typhus has Miasma, Pestilence, and Putrescent Vitality. And the Demon Prince is going to smite the Wraiths. So here we go with Putrescent Vitality, and you are out of range for the...
Typhus is out of range.
Typhus is out of range, but the Demon Prince isn't.
Right.
So here we go with Putrescent Vitality. I need a 6, which I get. So that goes off. Miasma of Pestilence on the same unit. That goes off, and now Smite on the Wraiths, and he'll have a chance to deny this. I need a 5, which I get. I rolled a 7, and he rolled a 7, so you have to beat it.
So he goes off.
Yep. So D3 mortal wounds. So 2 mortal wounds on the Wraiths, and the Poxwalkers become -1 to hit, and Strength and Toughness 5 from Typhus being close, and Putrescent Vitality. And we'll be right back with the shooting phase. So this first blow drone is going to be on the destroyers here. 2d6. 4 hits. Wounding on 3s. And that will be 3 wounds.
They're -1, so they're normally a 3 up, so 4 up save. They're good.
All good. Second blow drone is also in range. This one is in range of the Arc Contaminator, so they'll get to reroll their wounds. And that'll be 5. Again, wounding on 3s. Oh my gosh. Rerolling wounds. So that'll be 4 wounds at -1.
So 4 up save. Ooh, 1 dies.
1 dies. Boy, that was difficult. Next is going to be the Plague Marines over there. They have plasma guns, and because of the inexorable advance, we're within 18 inches, so they will be double shotting all of their guns. I'm not overcharging. 3s to hit. So 4 hits, and Strength 7, Toughness 5, so 3s to wound. Oh my gosh, 1 wound. That's -2.
-2, so 5.
Plasma guns.
Nope.
All right. My mistake. Plasma guns are AP -3, but it wouldn't make a difference. So 1 more wound on them. So that was what, 3 wounds total? Not very good. So the last shooting part is going to be the Plague Burst Crawler, his mortar. That's the only thing that's in range, and he's going to target the destroyers up here. He gets D6 shots for 1 shot, and I will be hitting on 5s, which I did hit, and wounding on not a 1. The Strength 8, I would have been wounded on 3s, so no wound there. And that is the end of my shooting phase, and we'll move on to Death Guard Assault phase. So after the charge, I did move Typhus in to combat with the race. I also moved the Demon Prince in. This may be the shortest game ever because the race have a 3-up invul. But we're going to move on, and I'm going to do the Demon Prince first. He gets 5 attacks, 3 from the Hellforged Sword and 2 from the Malefic Talons. I know why don't I have 2 Malefic Talons, because he's from 7th edition, and the Hellforged Sword, it was nice then. So we're going to do green Hellforged Sword, red Malefic Talons. Hitting on 2s and wounding on 3s. So 3 wounds, and you have 3 up invuls.
Oh!
And he fails all of them. So that is 3, 6, 9 wounds.
9?
All right, so Typhus is going to be next. As you can see, the Demon Prince did his work and killed 3 of the race. So here we go with Typhus. He's going to get to reroll 1s because of the Demon Prince, and reroll his wounds because he has the Man Reaper Plague weapon. He is hitting on 2s, rerolling the 1, and he will be wounding on 3s with his Strength 7 against Toughness 5, rerolling the wound. So 4 wounds.
3 up invul.
Add a 3-up invul.
1.
And only 1 goes through. So after Typhus goes, 3 more damage. Another Wraith is down. Okay, so next is going to be the Poxwalkers. I did my piling move, and I only got 2 more in. So I will be attacking with 6 of them. That will be 12 attacks. They are still hitting on 5s, but they are re-rolling their 1s. And because they're Toughness Strength 5, they'll be wounding on 4s. Rerolling 1s because of the demon prints. And so 1, 2, 3, 4. Looking for 4s. 3 5s, so that is 3 wounds at no minus.
So 1.
1 wound. All right. So the Wraith struck back at Typhus. He ended up doing 1 wound. Typhus was he's kind of a save machine with his 4-up invul and his disgustingly resilient. So he did lose 1 wound. We're gonna do morale here in just a second, and then that'll be the end of turn around Death Guard. No morale.
They're morale 10. He only lost 4. He can't fail.
Okay, those guys can't either, huh?
Same thing.
Okay,
10.
so no morale. Everybody's good. Now I didn't get any points because I failed to kill any units, but we're going to move to Necron's turn 2. All right, so turn 2 Necrons. After his movement phase, he just kind of moved everything up. The Wraith did withdraw from combat. He moved back there. His 2 characters there, I'm not even going to try to tell you what their names are. I can't remember what are their names.
Satan Shard, and then the Nightbringer and Transcendent Satan Shard.
Okay, those 2. And then those guys moved up. Those guys did a reanimate protocol, so he did get 1 model back. He also spent 2 command points to try to reanimate the Wraiths. Unfortunately, he failed to roll a 4+ on any of them, so that was an additional 2 command points. He has 1 left. And then his Doomsday Arcs, which I'm not going to get the name right, stayed put because that's what they do, and then they just fire a ton of shots, and he's probably going to smoke me with those. But everything's kind of moving up and getting in a better position, so we will be right back with Necron's turn 2 shooting phase. So these are the powers that he rolled for his Satan Shard. Antimatter Meteor, I'm just going to let you read it if you can, and then Cosmic Fire, and then Sky of the Falling Stars, and we'll kind of explain it as we go. Okay, so here we go with Sky of the Falling Stars from this guy right here. His 3 selected models are this one, because he doesn't have a choice, this one, and this one. These are the 3 closest. The one he's probably going to be able to get is the Poxwalkers. Remember, he has to roll under the amount of Poxwalkers in the unit, which is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he just has to roll under a 9, and it does how many?
D3.
So D3. So he rolled under a 9. He's going to do D3 mortal wounds. There's not much I can do about it except for get ready to roll Disgustingly Resilient.
3 mortal wounds.
So 3 mortal wounds. Just in case you guys are wondering, this is a D3, so it is. It has 2 3s, no 6s. And I saved 1 and I lost 2. So we'll move these, take these 2 guys out, leaving me with that many. And now your second power is going to be, his 3rd power is 9-inch power. It's not going to be effective because he's out of range.
It is called Antimatter Meteor. I roll a 2 up, and they take a D3 mortal wounds, but on a 6 they take D6.
And this is closest model, or whichever one you want?
Whichever one I pick, whichever yeah, the closest within 24 inches, and we already looked.
Okay.
This is the closest unit.
Sure.
So
it's going to be on the Poxwalkers that are just taking a beating.
Oh, they do not. It does not
he
go off
rolls
again.
a 1
That's
again. His rolling powers have been, the dice gods have been good to me in the Death Guard this game. So, and that is his powers. And we're going to move to the Necron shooting phase. We're going to start with the destroyers up here on the platform. They're going to be targeting this bloat drone that's up here. I'm hopeful. Here we go. How many attacks?
They get 3 shots each.
3 shots each.
They're strength 6, hitting on 3s. So
hitting on 3s, strength 6, so wounded on 5s.
So wounded on 5s.
Okay. And
then they're minus 3 AP, and they're D3 damage each.
Okay, I don't like any of that.
All right. So
I do like the wounding on 5s thing though. That's pretty good. Hitting on 3s, so it looks like he's got some 1s and some 2s in there.
Again.
He's going to be 7. Looks like 7 hits.
And then wounding on 5s.
Wounding on 5s. Ooh, pretty good wounds. I think he made up the difference with the wounds. So we got 5 wounds at
minus 3.
Minus 3. So it'll be my invul, which is a 5 up. And then we'll be on to the Disgusting Resilient. So here's the 5 ups. I saved 2 of them. So 3 go through, and they are how many damage apiece?
D3 each.
No, D3 each. So it's going to be 5, 7 Disgustingly Resilience. So here we go with 7 disgustingly resilience. And I made 1. That is horrible. So 6 wounds on the first bloat drone. And we're going to move to those guys, and they're going to shoot the poxwalkers, which are over here. Sorry if I move the camera really fast. I get excited.
All right. So 5 guys, 3 attacks each. Hitting on 3s, wounding on
3s, because they're strength 6. Okay. And it's minus what?
And they re-roll. Oh, I forgot. They re-roll 1s to hit because they have a thing called hardwired hatred.
Okay.
So 1s, I forgot it on them. That was my bad. So that's a
lot of hits.
Yes.
Okay. And is there a minus to this?
They're minus 3 AP.
Okay. So yeah. And we're gonna go with these will be 3s. That was a pretty good roll.
Yes.
I feel like that was a pretty good roll. So 6, 7, 8, 9, looks like 10.
10 at minus 3.
And how many wounds apiece?
They're D3.
So 10 at D3. So let's roll the 10 D3s.
Okay, so here's 4.
Okay, so let's do those.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the 1. He's dead. Here's the 2. He's dead, so that's 2 dead. Here's the 2. He's dead. And here's the 3. He's dead. So that's 4 dead.
Next 3.
Next 4 or 3?
4, sorry.
Okay.
4.
So let's do the 1. Yay, he makes it. 2. He dies. He dies. He dies. Okay.
And then 2 more.
And then 2 more. So let's do the 3. He's dead. And the 2. So it looks like I saved 1 of those. All right, so after that complete carnage, the poxwalkers are all gone. Luckily, I do have this blow drone right here that's kind of protecting Typhus and the Demon Prince as the closest enemy model, and we're going to move on. What's next?
Okay, the Satan Shard of the Nightbringer is going to use his Gaze of Death. I have to use it on the bloat drone. So he gets D6 shots, 5 shots, and then he hits on 2s.
And this
All
does
hit.
what?
Okay, now here's the thing. They wound, because he's considered a vehicle, they wound on 6s.
Okay.
Okay.
So here we go. 1 wound.
1 wound, but that is at minus 4, and it is a D6.
So this will be a 5 up. And I make it 5 up.
Okay.
Ghost
Next
Destroyer arcs.
The Doomsday.
Doomsday arcs. Gosh, I can't get that
Okay.
right. So there's 2 of them. We're going to shoot those cats next.
He's going to fire at the tank.
This tank.
Yes.
Roger.
So D6 shots, 1 shot. Okay.
You got 1 command point left.
Yeah, we'll reroll it.
He's going to reroll. He's using his last command. Look at that.
6.
Was a good command point.
3, 6 shots, hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because he stayed still. Good thing.
Hitting on 3s, right? So
Yep.
3 wounds.
3 wounds, and that's strength 10. 3s.
Okay, so we got a little ahead of ourselves. He's wounding on 3s. He hit 3 times, wounds 1 time, and it is how many damage?
D6.
So I have 1 5-up save, which I don't make, and
4 damage.
it'll be 4 damage. So these are going to be 4 disgustingly resilience, which I make 1 of. So he takes 3 wounds.
Because my dice hate me today.
Is that? And you have 1 more shooting
I have
over
1
there.
more shoot. He's going to fire at the Plague Marines.
Okay.
All right.
I think my Plague Marines are toast.
So 6 shots.
6 shots.
Wounded, or hitting on 3s. All hit. And then wounding on, what are they?
Tough 5. So 2s.
2s. All wounds. So they're minus 5.
Okay, so what's
Each
the
one's
damage?
D6 for each one.
Okay, so let's roll it out. Maybe I can save 1 again. I'm just going to pick those guys up because that was pretty devastating. So Plague Marines are done. So after the shooting phase, obviously the Plague Marines are gone. We're going to go to the charge phase and the two. Are you doing them both?
Yeah, I have nothing to lose.
They're going to try to charge the bloat drone. They need 10. They both fly, so not a problem. So go ahead and do which one first. Which one? The purple one or the pink one?
Purple one.
Purple one's first.
He does get in.
He gets in with a 10. And I can't do Overwatch because it's only 9 inches and he's outside of 9 inches.
In the red, I need a 10. He does not get in. He does
not make it.
Okay.
So purple guy is in. So his attacks, he gets 4 attacks. He's going to be hitting on 2s and wounding on 4s and doing a whole bunch of damage if those get through.
Okay.
So 3 hits get through. He's wounding on 4s. So 2 of those get through.
And they're minus 4.
That's going to be 5 up invul, which I failed both of.
And then it's D6 wounds on each.
D6 wounds. So
6
wounds. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my gosh, my disgustingly resilient rolls are really bad. So I'm going to take 5 wounds on that guy. And I think that's it for your charges, right?
Yep.
So at the end of turn 2 for Necrons, he got another victory point for the Plague Marines and a victory point for the Poxwalkers. And that's it. We'll be right back with turn 2 Death Guard. Okay, so after Death Guard's movement phase, I did move the Plague Burst Crawler up to kind of get the Plague Spitters in range. I withdrew the Bloat Drone, moved in the Demon Prince, moved in Typhus, moved in the Foul Blight Spawn, put my other Bloat Drone up here, and I brought in the Lord of Contagion. He is 9 inches away over there from that Doomsday Arc. So we're going to try to really hard to make that charge. And we will be right back with the Psychic phase. Typhus is going to cast Putrescent Vitality on the Demon Prince. He's also going to cast Miasma of Pestilence on the Plague Burst Crawler. And the Demon Prince is going to try to smite the... whatever that thing is, the purple guy. So here we go with Putrescent Vitality, and I think I'm going to see a deny. So he gets it with a 6 on the nose.
I'm going to deny.
And it is denied. So Miasma of Pestilence on the Plague Burst Crawler. I need a 6. And he fails. And then Smite on the purple guy with a 10. So D3. 3 wounds. Okay. So after the Smite does 3 wounds, the purple dude is down to 5. What's his name again?
Satan Shard of the Nightbringer.
Satan Shard of the Nightbringer is down to 5 wounds, and that was my Psychic phase. It was uneventful, other than a pretty good smite. And then we're going to move to the shooting phase. Okay, so the first of the shooting is going to be the Foul Blight Spawn into the Satan Nightbringer. So rereading the rules, I'm going to try to get it right this time. Selected the target. You roll for Strength, which is 2d6. So it's going to be 10 Strength. And then it is D6 shots. So it's 3 shots at strength 10. And he is toughness 7. So I'm going to need 3s. And I'm going to, it is a plague weapon and he's within range, so I get to reroll the wounds. So that is 3 wounds at D3 damage, 3 damage each. So 4 Bimble coming at you. So he loses 1, so that is 3 wounds. Next is going to be Typhus firing the Destroyer Hive into the Nightbringer. All right, got it. Nightbringer. He gets 2d6 shots, so he's going to get 7 shots at... He's going to need 5s to hit, because he always hits on 5s. Rerolling 1s, which there's no 1s, so 2 hits, and then he is going to need 5s to wound. Nothing. Typhus isn't very good at that part. So the next one to shoot is going to be this Bloat Drone here. It does have 5 wounds on it, so I'll be down to strength 5. So it'll be 2d6 hits for 6 hits, and I'm going to need 5s to wound with rerolls. I'm just going to reroll all those if you don't mind, because none of them are 5s. So it's going to be 3 wounds at -1 damage. These are 3 invuls. Okay, so the Plague Burst Crawler is going to be targeting the sun guy, right? You have a night guy and a sun guy?
That guy is the Transcendent Satanic.
He's the Transcendent. I'm not going to ever get those right. Okay, so it's 2d6 hits. It's going to be
5.
Do I want to re-roll that, or do I want to re-roll the wounds? How many wounds does he have?
8.
I'm going to re-roll the hits. It's probably a mistake here. That was a mistake. So 6. And I need 4s with re-rolls. So 5 wounds at -1 damage each. Okay, so here we go with 4 up invuls. And it looks like 2 go through, so 2 wounds. I'll take it. So next, both of these blow drones are going to fire into the destroyers. So blow drone number 1 that does not have any wounds, 2d6. He's going to have 8 shots. And those guys are, the destroyers are toughness 5?
Yes.
So I'm going to be wounded on 3s with rerolls. That was not good. So 4 wounds at -1, 1 damage.
4s. So one of them dead.
One's dead, and then the second blow drone, he does have 6 wounds. So he is at a lower tier. It's still strength 6, so I'm still going to be wounded on 5s or 3s. And he's going to get 10 shots. And these are going to be wounded on 3s with rerolls. Thank you, rerolls. So 9.
4s.
4s. Oh, that was terrible.
That was terrible. So there's 1, 2, and one guy has 1 damage. So.
All right, so I did some damage up there. I think I might have overshot my shooting on this purple guy. He's only down to 1. I really would have liked to take that guy out because I don't like him, and he's going to do reanimator protocol, and that's not going to be good for me. But we'll see. So we're going to move. Next is going to be everybody's shot. So we're going to move to the charge phase. My Lord of Contagion is going to be charging over there, and I'm going to make some decisions on, I got to make some decisions on who I want to charge in here. So we'll be right back. Okay, so the Lord of Contagion is going in. We're just going to do the Overwatch. Here, let me roll the in to see if I even make it. I'm going to use a command point to re-roll that one. He is going to make it in. Here's the Overwatch.
Okay, so he's got 2 rapid fire 5 gauze flare arrays, so I'm going to have 20 shots for that. They're strength 4, -1 AP, 1 damage, but I'm going to roll for the amount of shots that I get with the Doomsday Cannon, which is a D6.
Okay, so he's going to get 3 shots with the Doomsday Cannon, and then he's going to smoke me with 20 shots.
Okay, so for the flare array.
Here we go, and this is all on 6s.
All on 6s. And I re-roll 1s because I did not move.
2 of the Doomsday Cannons have hit.
And I re-roll 1s.
Pretty awful.
I re-roll 1s because I did not move. So.
And got another 6 out of the deal.
So
we only got 3 6s.
Okay, so we got 1 at -1.
1 at -1.
And that's 1 damage.
Okay, so that's a 3 up.
And that's a 4, yeah.
He's good.
Okay, wait a minute. Oh, I have to roll the damage.
To wound. To wound, yeah.
Wound.
Never mind. Go back.
Okay.
All right, so this is to wound.
This is the 1 to wound with the
and this is
flare,
strength.
right? It's strength 4. It does
wound. Yeah.
Okay, so that's at the -1.
So here we go, 3 up.
That's
nope.
one damage.
Disgustingly resilient. Nope, he takes a wound.
All right, and then this is going to be 2s to wound.
So 1 wound. This is going to be a 4 up invul. I need to make this. He makes it. Whew. So moving that guy in. All right, next charge. We're going to charge the purple guy with.
He gets D6 shots.
The Demon Prince.
He gets
first.
D6 shots with his gaze of death.
He's in.
He gets 4 shots with his Gaze of Death.
Okay, so here goes the Ray of Death. He needs 6s to hits and then 2s to wound, and it does all kinds of damage, and we'll get there. And he's got 1 6.
2 to wound.
2 to wound. And how much damage?
It's minus 2 AP, or minus 4 AP, and then it's a D3 damage.
So 5 up invul, which I fail. D3 damage. 1 damage, 1 disgustingly resilient, which I roll off the table. And he fails that one too. So he takes a wound. And he is in. I did roll a 3. He's in. So I'm also going to charge in Typhus. It looks like I need about a 3. I got a 5. So Typhus is in, and we'll be right back with those rolls. So here comes the Demon Prince hitting on 2s with rerolls because he can reroll his own stuff. So all hits, wounding on 4s with 4 wounds, 2 Malefic Talons, and 2 Hellforged Swords. These are 4 Binfuls. I think he's probably dead.
He's going to be dead, yeah. He only had 1 wound, so.
So we only have 1 wound, so the dude is dead, but Typhus is in there.
He takes, he does blow up.
He does blow up. How many mortal wounds is that per, I'll let you roll
D3.
it.
So
D3 mortal wounds on Typhus?
3.
3.
And the Demon Lord, 2.
2. So we'll do the Demon Prince first. Disgustingly Resilience. He fails 1, so that's another wound on him. And then Typhus, you said 3?
3.
So he fails 1, and that's another wound on Typhus. All right, so this one over here, I might have been a little bit overzealous with the Lord of Contagion. He did get in. He did take a wound. He has 4 attacks. I'm going to be hitting on 2s, wounded on 4s. They do D3 apiece, but he does have the quantum shielding, so if he rolls lower, they don't count. And he has 14 wounds. So the goal here is just to take some wounds off and make him move so he doesn't get the same strength, and then hopefully everybody will shoot at the Lord of Contagion and we can move on with our lives. But anyway, here we go. Hitting on 2s. All hits. Wounding on 4s. 3 wounds.
Any minuses? So 6 ups.
-2 on the Plague Reaper. He saves 1. So that's going to be D3, 3 damage apiece.
Okay, so I have to
So
roll.
he's going to roll for his
Under 3s.
Under 3s.
This is what I've been doing all match, so come on. Come on, Dice, you hate me normally.
So 1 goes through, so 3 damage. Taking him down to 11. And then he gets his hits back.
Okay, 3 attacks on 6s. Nothing.
Nothing. And then he's probably going to fly away and just blow me up. So, all right. So at the end of Death Guard's charge phase, I did successfully get a point. I actually now have 2 points because I'm at line breaker right now. So I have 2 points because of the Lord of Contagion, which is probably going to die next turn. And I got 1 point for killing the 1 model. We'll be right back with turn 3 Necrons. So I'm going to fill you in on the start of the Necron's turn. His pink guy rolled to get his 2 wounds back. He did reanimate protocol and get 1 of his destroyers back. And he's got Sky of Falling Stars, Satan power, which isn't going to be helpful. But he also has the Cosmic
Fire.
Cosmic Fire, which is what?
That's basically anything within 9 inches of him is going to take D3 mortal wounds.
Anything within 9 inches of him takes D3 mortal wounds, which is most of my dudes. So there we go. And then we will continue on with the movement phase in just a moment. Okay, so after the Necron's movement phase, he moved his Wraith over here to kind of 9 inches, conveniently 9 inches away from my Foul Blight Spawn. And he did move the Ark over there, away from the Lord of Contagion. He moved the Destroyers up onto the platform, and he moved the pink guy a little bit closer. I'm not sure quite what he's going to charge there, but that's his movement, and we are going to move on to the powers and the shooting. Okay, so we're going to do his Cosmic Fire first. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's within range. He's got to roll a 4+ on each unit. So we want to just start here. We're going to start on the photo blow drone here and move around.
Nope.
That was a fail. Second one. That was a fail. Fail. Demon Prince. Of course, yes. Typhus, yes. Plague Burst Crawler, yes. And the Blight Spawn, no. So Plague Burst Crawler, Demon Prince, and Typhus all take mortal wounds.
D3.
D3 mortal wounds.
Yes.
Okay, so let's roll for the Demon Prince first. D3 mortal wounds. That's 3. So disgustingly resilience. He makes them all. That was good. Don't roll a 3. Typhus rolls a 2. He doesn't make any, so he takes an additional 2 wounds, putting him at 3 wounds. And then the Plague Burst Crawler. 3. And I don't make any of those, so that puts him at 6 wounds. That's pretty devastating, that thing, even though he missed a whole bunch. Still pretty devastating. So that was his Satan powers. So this unit of 2 destroyers into the first Photo Blowtron that already has 6 wounds, I believe. He's
Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s.
It's all hits.
All hits.
And then they're strength 6, so 5s. 2 at -3.
2 at -3. So 5 up saves. 1 save. 1 goes through.
And that is a D3.
Gets his special D3. 2. 1 goes through. So he goes up to 7 wounds.
Okay. Next, a unit of 5.
So
how many wounds does he have left?
This unit at 5, the one you just shot at?
Yeah.
He has 3 wounds left.
He has 3 wounds left. All right, we'll fire 2 guys at him, and then we'll fire the rest of them, the other 3.
So he's going to go with the tried and true tactic of split firing.
Yeah.
2 at the wounded blow drone and
first.
3 at the other one. So here's the 2.
Wounding on, or hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s.
Thank you. Thankfully, rerolling 1s.
For hardwired hatred. And then
5 hits.
And then 5s to wound.
No wounds. All right, so that guy survives. Now 3 on the other blow drone.
Rerolling 1s.
Good enough.
That's a 5. So
just 1 miss.
1 miss, and then 5s.
Oh, that's not good. So that's 6.
6 at -3.
6 at -3. So we're getting a 5 up invul, which I make 2 of and 4 go through. And these are 4d3.
Right.
So 2, 4, 6, 7 wounds. 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 5-ups. And I make 1. So he takes 6 wounds. So the Doomsday Arc is going to fire into the Lord of Contagion. He gets DC 6 shots with his big one, but he moved, so it's less power. 1. I like that. We're starting off good.
We still get 20 shots with his gauze flare arrays, and then of course the odd colored one is the big gun.
All right.
And he's hitting on 3s. He moves, so he does not re-roll 1s this turn.
Got a lot of 2s and 1s in there.
Yes. My dice continue their streak of hating me tonight. And then this one will...
You hit on the big one, right?
Yes.
Right, so he hits on the big one.
It is now a strength 8 -2 AP, and then it's a D3.
Okay.
So I'll roll it first. It is strength 8 on toughness.
5.
5, so 3. And then that's -2 AP.
So this is going to be a 4 up invul, which he makes.
Okay. And then these are strength 4, so wounding of 5s. So
5 wounds.
At -1 AP.
So that's going to be 3 ups. And 2 disgustingly resilience. 1 more wound.
Okay.
Here we go with the second Doomsday Arc. He's going to be firing at the Plague Burst Crawler. 1 shot. Again, I'm lucking out here.
Hits. Wounds.
Wounds.
-5
up.
AP.
5 up invul. Doesn't make it. I roll a 4. 2 wounds. Disgustingly resilient. Missed them both, so that's an additional 2 wounds. So he's got 8 wounds on him.
Okay. Wraith is going to charge here.
Here we go, straight into the charge phase.
Yep. He's going to charge here.
Okay. Which one do you want to do first?
And we'll charge these guys into here and these guys into that.
Okay, so where do you want to go first?
Let's do the Wraith into that guy since he can't Overwatch.
Wraith into the Blightspawn. He needs a 9, which he does not get. He gets a 7.
All right.
So this guy, it's the Plague Burst Crawler. Go ahead and roll it. I get 2d6.
He's in.
He's in. I get 2d6 shots. So I'm going to command point that one. Another failed command point. That's 3 down. And he's toughness
7.
So these are going to be 4s. So I need 5s because of the loss of the tier. He's got 8 wounds on him now. He gets a reroll because of the Demon Prince. So 3 wounds at -1, so 1 damage. He takes 1 wound. I did not forget the Plague Burst Crawler's other gun. We rolled it off camera. He did not. He failed to roll any 6s for the Heavy Slugger. So that guy is in. And then moving up here, these guys first.
Mm-hmm. They're in.
2d6 shots. So 8 shots. So these are going to wound on 4s. He is within range of the Demon Prince with the Arc Contaminator, so I'll be re-rolling. So 2, 4, 5 wounds. -1. They're 3 ups with -1.
So it'd be 4 up.
4 ups. Okay.
Still doesn't
so
matter.
3 fails. So 1 dies. And then want to do that last guy.
Yep.
2d6. 9 shots. These are at strength 5, so these are needing 4s with the rerolls. So that would be 7 wounds. This may hurt.
4 ups.
-1s. 5 more wounds. 4 more wounds.
4. Okay.
And everybody's in. We'll be right back after everybody's consolidated and pushed in. Okay, so we're going to start. He has chosen to start up here. I was kind of hoping he would start down here so I could interrupt. But he's going to start up here with this one guy against the blow drone. And he has 2 attacks. He's hitting on 3s.
Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s.
Okay.
They are...
Strength 4, 5.
So he's needing 5s. So 2 wounds.
No AP.
No AP. So these are 3-up saves. And they're good.
Okay.
Moving on to the dude or the other unit?
The dude.
All right,
1 attack.
Hitting on 3s from the Cryptek.
And
he does hit.
Strength 5, so again, 5.
5s.
Nope.
No wound. And then we're going to move on to the 4 destroyers onto the other forward blow drum.
On 3s. And that was rerolling 1s, but there was no 1s. And then on 5. Nothing.
Nothing.
All right.
Okay, so we're going to do this guy on the Plague Burst Crawler. He does a crap ton of damage. He's going to be hitting on 2s and wounding on 5s. He has 4 attacks. All hits.
5.
And no wounds. That is going to hurt.
Yes, that does.
And that is the end of turn 3 Necrons. Unless you have anything else you...
Nope.
I don't think you killed any units.
Nope.
So no points. No line breaker yet. So it's still 4-2. 4 points Necrons, 2 points Death Guard. We will be right back with turn 3 Death Guard. All right, so after the movement phase, I did pull my blow drones out of combat, moved them over there. Hopefully I'll be able to flame these guys. I moved the Demon Prince into position to hopefully charge. I moved this blow drone down to flame this guy. I pulled the Plague Burst Crawler out of combat. I moved the floated blow drone, the Foul Blade Spawn, I get all these names messed up, into position to use his Plague Spurter on the Wraith. And I moved Typhus into position to charge this guy. I also moved the Lord of Contagion up his speedy 4 inches and hopefully get another charge on the Arc, which is probably just going to throw a bunch of rounds in my face again. So we're going to move right on to the Psychic phase. Typhus is going to cast Putrescent Vitality on himself. I'm assuming that's the one you want to hoodwink. It goes off on a 6. It does not go off. He's going to cast Miasma Pestilence on the Plague Burst Crawler. It goes off on a 6. It does go off on a 9.
It does go off.
It does go off. So Plague Burst Crawler has Miasma Pestilence, and the Demon Prince is going to smite the closest unit, which is this one right here. And it does go off on a 6. D3 wounds, 1 wound. For shooting, we're going to start with the Foul Blightspawn. I have selected my target, so I have to roll for strength first. It is going to be strength 4, which is not that great. I'm going to get 4 hits at strength 4, and he's toughness 5. So I'm going to need 5s on these. I'm out of range of the Demon Prince. So 2 wounds.
3 up pinball.
So you take 1 wound.
1 wound. And yeah, that gets it.
So the Plague Sprayer is 3 damage. He failed his invul, and the Wraith is now gone. We're going to move over to this Blow Drone, who's down to strength 5. So 2d6 shots. 2 shots. Strength 5, so 4s. 1 wound on this unit here.
Nope.
1 damage.
Because they're at -1, right?
Yes. The other Blow Drone on the same unit for 7 shots. And these are going to be on 4s as well, without rerolls because the Demon Prince is not within range. So 5 wounds.
On 4s.
2 more wounds.
So 1.
And then this Blow Drone on Pinky here. 9 shots. Okay, so 9 shots. He is toughness 7. I am strength 5, so I'm going to need 5s, but he's within the range of the Arc Contaminator to reroll the wounds. So here we go. And nothing more. So 4 wounds at -1.
So 4 pinball.
4 up invul. And he takes 2, so that's 2 damage. He puts him down to 5. And we're going to do Typhus next with his Destroyer Hive. 6 shots. 2, 4, 6. Hitting on 5s. 2 hits. Wounding on, he's toughness 7. Wounding on 5s. 1 wound. So even Typhus does a wound with the... And then... Let's see, I think everybody's shot. Starting with charges, the Demon Prince is going to multi-charge the character and the 1 destroyer left. So I only rolled a 4. I'm going to re-roll 1 of these to try to... There it goes. That's an 8. That'll make the charge. I'm down to 4.
Okay, with the destroyer, he gets 1 hit.
1 hit off.
And then the Cryptek, nothing. Okay, what's your Demon Prince's toughness?
7.
So 5. Nope, nothing.
So the Demon Prince will be in on both of those guys. We'll go over here to the Lord of Contagion. He's in on a 6. So you got 2 shots from the big gun for Overwatch, and then he gets 20 shots from the gauze thing. So here we go with a lot of shots, a lot of 6s. 3 6s. Okay.
4's on.
4's on. I'm on 5. So
5s.
So nothing. So the Lord of Contagion is in on the Ghost Arc, not the Ghost Arc, the Doomsday Arc. And we're gonna do the Blow Drone into the pink guy. So I did remeasure. The Blow Drone is in on 4 within an inch. Oops. And Typhus will be in on a 7. And that will be my charges. It's -2.
-2. Goes through.
Goes through, and it is 3 damage, so you get to roll your quantum shielding. And he rolls a 2, so no damage from that. That was a fail. Next, we're going to go to the Demon Prince. He has 5 attacks, 3 from the Hell Sword, and 2 from the...
Toughness 5.
Okay, so Demon Prince on the 1 Destroyer and the 1 Cryptek.
Right. Now,
I'm going to put
they're separate units, so...
I'm going to put the Hellforged Sword, which is the green, on the Cryptek, and the Malefic Talons on the unit. Hitting on 2s. Wounding on 3s. So 2 wounds on each. So it'll be 5 ups on both. We'll do the Cryptek first. So that's going to be 6 damage.
That's Slay the Warlord, because that was my Warlord.
Nice. And then the other one is going to be 5 ups. And that's going to be...
Because he only had 1 wound left, so...
2 damage.
That was 5 ups, so you got 1.
Yes. Okay, so Typhus on the Satan is going to be hitting on 2s. All hits. Wounding on 4s. Strength 7, Tough 7. 1 wound.
Yep.
Takes a wound, so 3 damage.
Of course it is.
So here comes the blow drone. 2 attacks, hitting on 4s. Both hit, wounding on 5s. Both wound.
Well, it doesn't matter. I'm dead. Because again, I can't make a save to save my life.
So the forward blow drone takes him out. He failed one of the saves, and he only had 1 wound left. All right, at the end of Death Guard turn 3, I killed 2 of his characters. One of them was the Warlord. That's 3 points. One of the Destroyers died. That's 4 points. And the Wraith, that makes 5 points. That makes a grand total of 7 points to 4 points. He has 3 Destroyers and the 2 Destroyer arcs left. And it's going to get really ugly because I'm not sure I can get to them. But we'll see. So turn 4 movement phase, he moved the Destroyers out of, well, they weren't in combat, but off the platform down to here. And he moved the arc away from the Lord of Contagion that's hanging out over there. And this one didn't move. And there will be no Satan power phase, so we're going to be moving right to the shooting phase. So shooting phase, Destroyers into the bloat drone. He's going to get, how many shots?
12.
12 shots. Hitting on 3s.
Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s. Dropping dice.
Rerolling 1s. And I've got a lot of 2s and 1-1. Yay!
I like your big dice, though. I'm going to have to get me some big dice.
Look at that. 5s. 1.
1 wound.
Out of 12. Thank you, dice. Thank you so much.
He misses it. And this is how many damage?
This is D3.
D3.
Thank you, dice. Thank you so much tonight. 3. He should have been dead.
And he takes another wound.
He should have been dead.
6 wounds.
He should have been dead.
He should have.
Yes, he should have been
What's
dead.
next?
Doomsday Arc into that.
All right.
2 shots. On 3s. Rerolling 1s. But he doesn't get a 1. And wounding is 3.
Whoa.
Contagion.
Other Doomsday Arc into the Lord.
Low power gets 1 shot.
So here's the 20 shots. The big gun did another damage to the Lord of Contagion. We rolled that off camera. 3s. That's another not good roll.
Serious.
So wounded on 5s. 3.
3 at -1.
3 at -1. So these are going to be 3 ups. These are the ones that have been doing the damage, actually. And they all pass. So that was the end of the shooting phase for Necron's turn 4. He doesn't have any charges. We will be right back with Death Guard turn 4. We are still at 7-4. And poor Shane is getting extremely salty over his poor performing dice, which I really can't blame him. We'll be right back. So after Death Guard movement phase, I did move the Plague Burst Crawler up, so he's going to be hitting on something ridiculous because he's got so many wounds and had to move. I'm just hoping maybe a mortar shot hits the Doomsday Ark. I think the Destroyers are going to be gone. I moved a bunch of the Bloat Drones into position in the Demon Prince. I even got the Foul Blight Spawn there to be close enough to hit. I moved the Lord of Contagion up his 4 inches. I think I have a 7-inch charge over there to charge the Doomsday Ark one more time. And we will be moving on to the Psychic phase. So going to the Psychic phase, Typhus is going to cast Miasma Pestilence on the Plague Burst Crawler. It goes off on a 6. And the Demon Prince is going to smite the Destroyers. It just fails to go, although I could re-roll that. Let's use one. Nah, it fails to go off, so I'm down to 3 command points. And that was the Psychic phase. We're going to move on to the Shooting phase. The Foul Blight Spawn is going to target the Destroyers. It's going to be 11 strength. 3 hits at 11 strength.
So wounding on 2s.
Wounding on 2s at 3 damage apiece. So 3 wounds at 3 damage apiece.
6 up save.
So he's got a 6 up save. He saves 1, so 6 wounds go through. It's gonna be, yeah, that one's good because then yeah. All right, and then moving on to this blow drone right here. 2d6 hits. 11 hits at strength 5. Their toughness 5. These are going to be 4s. I'm out of range for rerolls. So 6 wounds, minus 1. 1 damage.
So 4s.
3 wounds. The last blow drone into the last destroyer. Wow. So it'll be 10 hits, wounded on 4s. These will get rerolls. So it's going to be 8 wounds. I rolled really good on those hits. 8 wounds. He's got 1 guy left. He's rolling 4 up.
He did.
He's dead. And that is shooting. Lord of Contagion needs a 7-inch charge to get in. He is in with an 8. We got the big Overwatch coming. Okay, so he got 4 shots with the big guns. Here's all the shots. 20 from the Gauss Cannon and 4 shots from the big gun on the Lord of Contagion. He's looking for 6s. He did roll what appears to be 4 6s with the crappy gun, but that's the one that's really been doing the damage anyway.
Minus 1 AP.
Minus 1 AP.
Oh, wait a minute. Strength 4, so...
Toughness 5, so you need 5s. 2 wounds.
2. Minus 1 AP.
So 3 ups. 1 wound. So my only charge is going to be that Lord of Contagion. He's got 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. Wounding on 4s. He did 2 wounds.
1.
He saves 1, and it's D3 damage. I mean, 3 damage. So if you roll a 2 or a 1 with your quantum armor, which he did not this time, so he did in fact take 3 damage. And that is the end of turn 4. I did kill 1 more destroyer unit, which puts me at 8. Now that is 8 with Linebreaker, so if the Lord of Contagion dies, that puts me back down to 7. And we're going to go back to turn 5 with the Necrons. He has the little, is this an HQ guy, right? And then 2 Doomsday Arcs left, which I'm making my way to very slowly. I'm probably going to lose a bunch of units on the way. So, movement phase for Necrons. He moved his Doomsday Arc back away from the Lord of Contagion. He moved his little HQ guy over and repaired 3 wounds. So both Doomsday Arcs are at full health. And we will be moving to the shooting phase. The first Doomsday Arc shooting the Lord of Contagion.
Okay, so shooting the Lord of... I would re-roll 1s if I was sitting still, but I didn't sit still. So... on 5.
Looks like 3.
Yep, 3 at -1.
So 3 3-ups. I'm going to re-roll that one. I'll be down to 2 command points. He passes them all.
Of course. All right.
This is the big gun. How many shots? 1 shot.
Come on.
1 shot.
3s.
Hits.
And then on 3. No, nothing. Okay.
Second Doomsday Arc. It's going to be second round. Second verse, same as the first against the Lord of Contagion.
He does re-roll ones because
He does
he's been sitting.
He does re-roll ones because he hasn't moved the entire game.
Good thing, too.
He's got a bunch of 1s in there to re-roll.
4 of them. And then
moving out the 2s.
still. So, again, 9 misses.
All right.
And then 5s.
5s it is. That was terrible. 1 5.
1 at -1.
3 up. He's good.
And the big gun.
The big gun gets 2 shots. This may be it. This is looking good. 2 shots.
And we're going to fire it.
Oh, he's splitting fire.
Yeah, I'm splitting fire.
He's firing at the Plague Burst Crawler.
So, 1 hit. And does wound. It's -5 AP.
So 1 5-up save, which I fail.
5 damage.
5 damage. He's got 4 wounds left. Got to make a couple of these at least. I make a couple. He's on 1 wound. 1 wound.
All right, Staff of Light at the Lord of Contagion. On 3s. Hits. And 5. On 5 is 4s. 1 at -1. Or -2, sorry.
-2. So 4 up. Nope.
1 damage.
Takes another damage. He's got 1 left. And that is the end of turn 5 Necrons. Okay, so movement phase. I just keep moving up. Probably to my demise do I keep moving up. But the Lord of Contagion is moving in. The blow drone's moved up. They're going to fire. The Demon Prince is within smite range. I moved this blow drone up. I kept the Plague Burst Caller there. He's already hitting on... it was hitting on 6s. I think he'll be able to hit on 5s this time. I moved the Foul Blade Spawn up, but he's pretty much out of the game at this point. And we're going to move to the Psychic phase. Typhus is going to cast Miasma Pestilence on the Plague Burst Crawler. Once again, it does not go off. And the Demon Prince is going to smite one of the Doomsday Arcs. It does go off on a 7. 1 more wound. We're going to move right into the shooting phase. Blow drone number 1. 6 hits. Strength 5 versus toughness 6. I need 5s with rerolls. Thank you for rerolls. 2 wounds. So 1 damage got through from that blow drone. Second blow drone. 5 hits. Hitting on 5s with rerolls. Two wounds. He's got a 5-up invul.
Mm-hmm.
So both wounds go through, so that's another 2 wounds. So the Plague Burst Mortar, heavy D6, 6 hits. He hits. 6 shots. He hits on a 6+, on a 5+ because he didn't move. Look at that. That's wonderful.
That looks like my rolls.
Yeah, it looks like your rolls. Nothing. And that is it for the shooting phase. I have 1 charge, and it's going to be from the Lord of Contagion. And he fails. But go ahead and roll your Overwatch. Actually, I'm going to use a command point and roll that again. He passes.
3 shots with the big gun. And 20 with the other.
3 shots with the big gun, 20 with the other, and Overwatch. This may be the end of the Lord of Contagion. No sixes with the big one.
No sixes.
Three sixes with the little one. Wounding on.
Oh, re-rolling ones.
Re-rolling ones this time.
Because he did
He's
not
got
move.
a 1 on the big one.
Because he did not move.
So these three, and you're going to need 5s.
1.
1.
Minus 1.
1 and minus 1. 3 up. Makes it. He's in. 4 attacks. Hitting on 2s, wounding on 4s. 3 hits. 2 wounds.
Or what's the 5 up involved? Nope.
So roll your quantum. 1 goes through. So 3 damage. So that is the end of the Death Guard turn. And the
Let's see if we...
Doomsday Arc is down to
7.
7 wounds. We're going to see if we go to the next turn. Okay, so he rolled a 3. We will be going to turn 6 with the Necrons. We'll be right back. So the end of the movement phase, he did move the the Doomsday Arc, out of the Lord of Contagion, and he rolled for how many shots?
6 on the...
He gets 6 on the big gun. So here we go.
But I'm not re-rolling.
Not re-rolling because you moved.
Hitting on 3s. Come on, dice. Warm up already. It's been all game you've been torturing me. And of course, they don't.
Well, you hit with all the big ones.
No, I missed with 1. I missed with 1, so... I mean, that's better than what it's been.
It's a pretty good roll.
It's better than what it's been.
I think the Lord of Contagion is not going to keep his streak of luck going right here.
All right, so these are strength 8, so they wound on 3s. These are strength 4, so they wound on, what's he, 5?
5s.
So 5s. Okay, so 3s and 5s. That's a drop dice, so. Okay.
So 3 hits or 3 wounds from the big gun.
4.
4 wounds from the big gun. Those are going to be 4 ups. We'll just do those first. And 2 go through.
2 go through. They are D3 damage each.
So that's 6. That's 6 disgustingly resilience. He's on 6. He's on 1 wound, and that is enough. He gains a point. 7 to 5.
The big gun.
So we're going on to one of the blow drones.
2 shots.
2 shots.
For 3 rolling ones. So that's okay. And then 10, so that's on strength or toughness 7.
Tough 7, yeah.
Toughness 7, so that's 3s and 5s. Okay, so one of them is at -5.
Okay, so that's a 5 up, which he fails.
And he takes 6 damage.
2, 4, 6. He's only got... Which one were you shooting at? This one?
That one.
He's only got 3 wounds left, so... He's dead.
Because he blew up.
Alright, so on a 4 up, he explodes. He does explode. So 1 mortal wound to the Demon Prince, this blow drone, and that arc. So I'll roll the... Well, he'll just take it. Demon Prince 5 up. He takes a wound. The other blow drone, he's good. So Demon Prince is at 4 wounds. This guy's gone. Okay, so the end of Necron's turn 6. He did destroy a blow drone and Lord of Contagion, so he moves up to 6 points. Mm-hmm. And I still am at 7. And I feel like I'm going to have to make some serious moves here, I'm going to lose this game because I don't think I can kill those Ghost Arcs. We'll be right back. All right. So in the end, I decided to go for the gold instead of tuck and tail. So it's 7-6 right now. I think there's an opportunity for me to take a Ghost Arc out, or not a Ghost Arc, but a Doomsday Arc out. So I've moved both Blood Drones up to shoot. I moved the Demon Prince to smite and charge. I moved the Foul Blight Spawn up, but he's too far out of range. And the Plague Burst Crawler will be hitting on 5s again. Psychic Phase, I'm going to cast Smite on the Doomsday Arc from the Demon Prince. It goes off on a 9. D3 mortal wounds, 2 wounds. Going to the shooting phase, this blow drone, 2d6, 11 shots. And this is going to be wounding on 5s with rerolls. And that's going to be 7 at -1. 1 damage each. These are 5 up in bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he takes 4 wounds, bringing him down to 2. Second blow drone. 7 shots. Wounded on 5s with rerolls. So 5 wounds.
So it's dead. All right. Let's see if it blows up.
All right, Ghost Arc is done. So the Ghost Arc does not blow up, and that will be... Okay, so that is the end of turn 6. I was considering charging the remaining arc with the Demon Prince, but I don't think that's going to happen. Oh, I do have 1 shooting left, so I take that back. I still have the Plague Burst Crawler. He hits on 6s, I mean on 5s, but he gets 2 shots.
Come on, Nick.
None hit. So that is the official end of turn 6. I'll be rolling a dice.
Oh, Shane.
I'm sorry, turn 6.
Yeah.
Rolling a dice, and on a 4-up, we go to turn 7. We go to turn 7. So here we are, turn 7.
Okay.
Necron did not move. I can't believe we're in turn 7. I can't believe. Okay, so he did not move.
Right.
So you get your re-rolls.
Reroll
You
one.
get 5 shots.
5 shots with the big gun.
And then which going where?
Okay. The Gauss Flare Rays are going here,
Okay,
and the big gun's going there.
gotcha.
So,
All right,
Gauss
here we
Flare
go.
Rays.
This is, I can't believe I'm still playing this game.
On 3s, re-rolling 1s.
Lots of rolls. Just a few ones that he gets to re-roll.
Yeah, 4.
So, well, that's better. I mean, you only got 5 misses. So
Yeah.
I think that's pretty good.
All right. And
So he only missed 2. And this is against tough 7. So you need 5. So 5.
5 at -1.
5 at -1. So I have 5 4-up saves. I failed 1. That's 1 damage, right? And I get a disgustingly resilient. So I take 1, putting him to 8 wounds.
Then the big gun at that.
The big gun at that guy. I think that guy's probably dead. All hits? No.
Nope. And then swing on 3s. All wound -5.
So these are 5-ups. All went through.
And they are D6 each, so
8, 9, 10, 11. He's got 4 wounds left. I have to make at least 8 disgustingly resilience. How many shot? 11, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope, that's it.
Does he blow up?
Blows up on a 4+. He does blow up. Disgustingly resilient on the Demon Prince, who's the only one in range, and he makes it.
Okay.
So, at the end of that turn, which is your turn 7, you are still 1 point behind.
I'm still 1 point behind. So that is
that is game.
that is game.
I could try to kill him, but I'm not going to bother. We're not going to go to turn 8. So, handshake. Thank you so much. Good game. So, you know, I could have just turned tail and run. I don't think that would have been very sportsman of me. But it was good to go down to the very end. Your rolls got a little bit better in the end there. Wasn't enough to do it. But those Doomsday Arcs are nasty. Just nasty. Okay, guys. Well, I appreciate it if you made it this far into the Batrep. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos from the Plague Den. If you like this video, it gives me a thumbs up. This is my second Batrep. So please try to go a little bit easy on me on the rules. I know that it's going to be, I know that we probably made a bunch of rules. I'm not real familiar with the Necrons. And I was trying, when you're trying to film and do stuff at the same time, you're going to make rule violations. But please hit me as hard as you want in the comments. And thanks, Shane. And thank you to the Tactics Club in North Charleston where we play. I'm going to link that Facebook page up on in the comments below so you can check out where we're playing at. It's in North Charleston, the Tactics Club. And so thanks to Blake for letting us play here. And have a good, until next time, win all your battles in life and on the tabletop. See you guys later. Bye.